Welcome to Spokane, a very windy city today and one that remains home to the nation's top-rated team. It's just Game 3, but the Kennel is in mid-season form for a matchup between the Gonzaga Bulldogs and the Braves of Alcorn State. How you doing, everybody? Along with Richard Fox, I'm Tom Glasgow. Great to have you with us. Richard, let's quickly turn back the clock to Saturday. 12-point victory for the Zags over Texas as a Texan terrorized that Texas team.
Well, we'll get into Drew Timme. A phenomenal performance, one for, quite frankly, historic here at GU. But what's impressive is just what Gonzaga's consistently done against ranked opponents. Since 2019, they're 11 of 12. Only lost, obviously, last year against Baylor. So they've had a real nice run here against the top-end teams.
It's hard to imagine a better version of Drew Timme than what we saw last season, but that was impressive with those 37 points.
Look, the third highest point total ever scored here in this building, and quite frankly, it was just a clinic. He was too strong on his way to 37 points on 15 of 19 from the field, chipped in 7 rebounds, and was just, quite frankly, unguardable inside. Too strong. Texas too small inside, and you just really saw everything that he offers on this end of the floor. His footwork is something you just don't see at this level. He's able to score from multiple points on the floor. Quite frankly, Tom, I think it'd be hard-pressed to make an argument for anybody else in the country. I think he's the best player in college basketball this year. Maybe
one area of concern, or at least significant interest, regarding Gonzaga coming into the season outside shooting because of the talent lost, but Rasheer Bolton showing signs he might be able to fill that void.
Yeah, collectively, this is a team, Gonzaga, that's struggling from behind the arc. But Bolton has been a great addition, about as turnkey a graduate transfer Gonzaga's ever had in their history. And they've had some good ones, 7 of 10 on the year from behind the three-point line. But what's really impressive, he's taking care of the ball as well. No turnovers in the first couple games. Just a really solid player on both ends of the floor.
Like those mid-court shots to beat the buzzer at halftime as well. Those are kind of fun. Starting lineups coming up, opening tip-off as well from the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga, Alcorn State, just ahead. Welcome back to Spokane as we get ready for a matchup between 2-0 Gonzaga and 0-3 Alcorn State. Great to have you with us on this Monday evening. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Numerica Credit Union. Pay bills, deposit checks, and access your accounts 24/7 with digital banking at Numerica Credit Union. Plus, show your Bulldog pride with your Zags debit card only at Numerica. And as you look at the starters for the visitors, Byron Joshua, Justin Thomas, Darius Agnew, Keondae Montgomery, and the tallest member of the Brave squad, Linnell Henry at 6'8". He'll certainly have his hands full with the Twin Peaks of Chet Holmgren, Drew Timme, joined by Rasheer Bolton, Julian Strother, and Andrew Nembhard. Head coach for the Braves in his second season, Landon Bussey, previously an assistant coach at Prairie View A&M. A lot of new faces on his ball club. And the next face you're going to see, very familiar one. He's been here for 2+ decades and just continuing to win at a record pace, going for career win 632 tonight, Mark Few. Richard, let's talk about your keys to the game. Tonight's keys brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. What do you have for us for keys?
You know, first things first, defensively, the approach tonight, Gonzaga's been solid on that end of the floor, holding teams under 40% the first couple games, but it's important tonight that they guard without fouling. Alcorn State struggles to score, but does a nice job getting to the line, shoots about 83% from the free throw line. And the three-point shooting, we talked about in the open, on the season, less than 33%. If you back out Bolton's numbers, the team collectively is shooting 20%. That's an area offensively where GU is going to have to improve as the year goes on.
Officials tonight, Deldre Carr, Nate Harris, and Scott Brown, as the Braves have the opening possession. Justin Thomas with the ball, guarded by Bolton. Gonzaga comes out man-to-man defensively. Low post trying to go to work on Timme, laying it up and in. Nicely done by Devin Carter.
And you see the strength inside there from Carter, just moving Timmy out to get that position. That's a nice first possession for Alcorn State.
Timmy at the top of the key, guarded by Henry. Strouder with a little runner, nicely done in the paint, where GU had a ton of success, thanks in large part to Drew Timmy on Saturday against the Longhorns.
Yeah, you get a little bit of a head start inside the key when you've got Drew Timmy on your team, but that's been an area where Gonzaga's been great this year, and that is attacking the basket or getting those paint touches, as we see an offensive foul here on Thomas. Good ball pressure there from Nemhard.
Using that offhand as he penetrated. First foul of the game. Andrew Nemhard into front court. Low post. The freshman Holmgren jump hook, little short. And rebound by Byron Joshua.
But I like that possession. I think for Holmgren, getting him the ball on the move or coming off the screen right there, an up screen to the free throw line, allows him to get to where he wants to be first before the defense can set themselves.
Great to maintain possession. Good defense here by the Zags. Shot clock at 8. Thomas kicks it out. Carter back to Thomas. Shot clock violation. We saw a few of those on Saturday night as well.
Yeah, defensively, this is a group in Gonzaga forcing 16 turnovers over the first couple games, but you see their length and quickness on the perimeter, and then when you back that up with a guy like Holmgren, it just makes it very difficult to score the ball consistently.
Timmy with a screen. Nemhard freed up for the jumper. And just Thomas to set the offense for Alcorn State.
You see the pace Alcorn State's going to want to play here. Very deliberate, not really even looking in transition off the miss there to try to find something in transition.
Started their season last week down in Pullman against Washington State, losing that one, and then losses to Seattle University, and then Saturday down in Portland against the Pilots. Thomas no good on that. And Timmy into front court. And goes the distance. Drew Timmy showing some handles as well.
And that's really become a staple of this program, Gonzaga, over the last 5, 6, 7 years. That wasn't something you were going to see in college basketball generally, but certainly not at Gonzaga. A big getting the ball off the defensive glass or off the steal and looking to create something in transition on his own.
You weren't doing that back in the day?
No, I
you weren't going coast to coast?
I think I had a 1 dribble minimum or maximum.
Carter guarded by Timmy. Nice spin move rejected by Holmgren. Nemhard for 3. Timmy with a follow. Another nice start for Drew Timmy coming off that 37-point performance against Texas. Driving in and double team. You got Timmy and Holmgren. You got nowhere to go. Holmgren inside with a flush. Nice find by Nemhard.
And back-to-back possessions, you see Gonzaga's bigs' ability to run the floor, fill the lane, and Gonzaga's guards, all 3 of them out there on the floor right now, do a really good job keeping their eyes up and finding those 2 as they're running up the floor.
K2 Zags. Joshua. Bolton says all ball. The official says otherwise. First foul on Rasheer Bolton. Transfer from Iowa State. 2 terrific seasons there, where averaged 15 points per game. Prior to that at Penn State, and very successful there as well.
He's been a big-time college basketball player his entire career. He's played at a high level. He came here to win. Last year, Iowa State, obviously a lot going on with COVID, but 0-18 in conference play. Last year in college, he wants to try to win a national championship. I think he's likely made a good choice here based on how good GU looks to start the year.
Well, those grad transfers, when they come in, Coach Hugh just does a terrific job finding guys that just fit in so easily.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting case study. You see what Texas did this year, 7 transfers, and that can work, and it's likely to work for Texas. But Gonzaga's been a lot more selective with that end of the roster building. As Strother knocks down a 3. to finish the thought, Tom, nearly everyone they brought in off of that in that graduate market has been an impact player. They've been very, very good at selecting the right fit.
11-3 Gonzaga. Montgomery out high. He penetrates, kicks. Henry stepping out, cost himself 3 points. 15-33 left in the first half. Drew Timme with that hot start on Saturday. How about another hot start tonight? Welcome back to the kennel. A good look at Landon Bussey and his Alcorn State team. A little bit more about this historic institution. The oldest public historically black land-grant institution in the country, founded in 1871, an enrollment of under 4,000. Member of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and famous alums, former NFL quarterback Steve McNair, Air McNair, Alex Haley, the author of Roots, and civil rights icon Medgar Evers. Home in Lorman, Mississippi, and this ball club playing its first 16 games of the season on the road, and this is just number 4 for them. Gonzaga up by 8. Nembhard guarded by Thomas. Strother already with 5 points, make it 8 in his second 3.
And nice to see him get going. Only 2 of 7 from 3 to start the year. Has done a great job on the glass. Leads the team with 7 offensive rebounds. So he's found ways to make an impact. But it's good to see his jump shot start to fall.
Drive inside and getting the ball back. Byron Joshua nearly stolen by Strother. Open 3 and knocking it down is Keandre Montgomery, and the Braves desperately needed that. Now down 14-6.
Montgomery 36% from behind the arc. One of the few three-point shooters.
Beautiful find. There's that 5-tool, if you will, unicorn player, Chet Holmgren. Great court vision.
He doesn't approach the game like a big. You know, he's got the double coming over. He's just got what a wonderful feel.
Henry. Henry guarded by Timme. Joshua from downtown, a little strong. Second opportunity for the Braves. Boy, tough shot right there, attempted by Henry, and the Zags with a man advantage into front court. Wide open Bolton. And a foul on the pass. They're calling Drew Timme, I believe. Drew Timme. Well, the expression tells you he didn't like the call.
Not a fan, as we see here. Holmgren, the versatility, Tom, you referenced it. Kind of a soft double on that spin, and he just has such great awareness. And credit Strother for moving without the ball. Too often you see guys just kind of float on the perimeter. He saw a lane and took it. Easy 2 points and a great start for Strother here tonight.
Anton Watson checking in, along with Hunter Salas for the Zags.
Look at the ball pressure here from Nembhard, just making it so difficult up top here for Alcorn State.
Paul King with the ball. He's just checked into the lineup. Dontrell McCorder, number 1, also in for the Braves. King a little long. And Nolan Hickman, who's also in for Gonzaga, pushes it forward to Nembhard. Holmgren with room, draws contact, offensive foul.
I don't mind that, though. That's who he is. Those perimeter skills are so unique. He needs to be aggressive looking to score. That's a good job rotating over from a quarter. But you like that aggressive approach there from Holmgren. You can live with the foul or two, particularly with the depth Gonzaga has up front this year. You want to see him looking to score. Three-quarter court pressure by the Zags. King splits the defenders. Works a little extra time off the shot clock. King hands it off. Ball lost going up. That was Ladarius Marshall. Salas, the trailer. Watson. Inside Salas, fouled. He'll head to the line for 2.
Hunter Salas, the freshman out of Omaha, McDonald's All-American, top 10 national recruit. Quiet night against the Longhorns with no points. Had 9 points, though, in the opener against Dixie State.
But Salas's path here is not, it's the norm. It's not, you look across the country, so many of these top end guys, it takes a while to figure out how to play at this level. And he's going to get there. I mean, this staff loves his potential and loves where he is now, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. I thought he was great against Dixie State. In the few minutes he was in, 4 minutes, I believe, against Texas, you could just see what he could do, his effort level, his length. It's all going to come together.
Well, I think one thing Coach Hugh and the staff, they don't want to see, and you don't see much of these freshmen, especially early in the season, trying to force something.
Right.
Really let the game come to them. 18-6 Zags. Watson with the D, turnover. Rampart trying to gain control. The Braves get it back. And the finish by Otis Walker, who's checked in. Holmgren high post, goes to work, blocked inside by Ladarius Marshall, but Chet will head to the line for two. And not forcing the issue. Chet did such a great job of that Saturday. So there's 24 NBA scouts here, right? But at no point did he try to put on a show. The game plan was working. The game plan was Drew Timme and everybody feeding off of that. And total buy-in by everybody.
But what's to get mad about?
Completely.
Your buddy's cooking.
Yeah.
Got 37, and they're effectively not looking to double him. He's got to go to work. And Holmgren, and I heard Mark Few talk about this. It's not just what you see in the stat sheet.
Yeah.
He impacts the game with his length. Defensively in ways that you just can't really quantify, because he's either altering shots or, quite frankly, more often not deterring dribble penetration or shots.
Right.
I thought he had an impactful game despite the stats maybe not showing that.
Full court pressure leading to the turnover, leading to the deuce by Salas.
And that's where he's at his best right now. In transition, you can just see his ability to get to the rim. Nice finish there from Salas.
4 points for Hunter. Walker spins, fades a little strong as he may have barely drawn some iron. Defense leading to offense here in the first half for the Zags. Lots to talk about for the Braves. That'll happen when you're taking on the nation's #1. 11:19 left in the first half here at the Kennel. #1 Gonzaga leading Alcorn State 22-8. Tonight's fan trivia question is brought to you by Arby's, your delicious neighborhood meat craft. Stop by Arby's today. Arby's, we have the meats. Your question: what year was the last time Gonzaga and Alcorn State played each other? Your choices: 2015, 1984, 2009, and 1992.
I think I know this.
No,
I'm not going to ruin it, though.
We'll find out.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to text it and see if I win.
All right, good luck. Zags off to a hot start, shooting 8 of 11, 73%. Alcorn State, 3 of 11, 33%. Holmgren showing some nice Timme-like inside foot movement.
He's got all that. He's got all of that too, and then some other stuff. But what I liked there was he was patient and he took the contact and was still able to finish over top of it.
Inside, nice fine shot blocked by Holmgren. Zags coming the other way. Bolton. Holmgren from downtown. Why not? Chet Holmgren.
And you know that's coming. 2 of 6 coming into tonight from behind the three-point line, but that's a huge part of what he can do. And just imagine you've got Timmy out there at the floor at the same time. You can't help off of Holmgren on those high lows. We saw that against Texas. You should see the tough finish inside there from King through Holmgren.
That was 9 points after that three to find inside to Watson, who traveled.
Well, here we see him down low, spins away, able to just fight through the contact. You see defensively, second block of the night. You think you've got a chance there at the rim, and here you've got to stay up on him, and that's difficult for opposing bigs. You're not accustomed to having to do that.
Yeah. Walker double teamed, in some trouble. Inside, Henry misses the lay-in. Bolton ahead to Hickman. Watson to his left. Good recovery defense that time by Dontrell McPorter.
And you see Gonzaga has had applied a lot of this three-quarter court pressure against Alcorn State. And at this point in his career, you almost know it's an automatic when Watson's in the game. He is so good at the top of that press.
Hickman guarded by King. Inside. Blocked. Nice play defensively by McPorter. King will set the Braves offense. Zags up by 17. 9:20 left in the opening half. Nice split of the two defenders, but then King out of control with his head down. Did not see Hunter Salas. He did a good job establishing that defensive position.
Well, the previous possession, kind of a scramble there at the end offensively for Alcorn. Since Salas comes over and bothers the shot enough. Here he rotates, takes the charge. And that's really where he's best positioned right now to have an impact. Defensively, his instincts, his length, his ability to cover a lot of ground. And then offensively in transition, put your head down. If you get the defensive rebound, try to fill the lane. He's a high-level impact guy doing both those things.
33, Ben Gregg has checked in for the Zags. Nice find inside, wide open. Timmy with the left hand. The assist to Hickman. And Drew up to 6 points, 3 of 3 shooting.
Hickman, it's just really remarkable how steady he is for a freshman. Just one turnover on the year coming into tonight. And you see right there, just he makes the simple play more often than not. The simple stuff often leads to easy points.
Braves keep possession. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gonzaga on a 15-4 run. Up by 19. Inside with the left hand, unable to finish Bruton. Here comes Hickman. Ball batted away. Last touch. The win off of Henry. Zags ball. Oh, they love him in the kennel when he gets that close. That was part of the fun of Saturday night, Richard, was how much fun Drew and the students here had together, really enjoying that experience.
He's the ultimate Zag. I mean, he just really embraces what the experience has been. And look, it's difficult. It must be difficult. He's so good and getting so much attention.
Yeah.
It's hard not to get lost in that noise. He really seems like a kid who stays in the moment, is enjoying the experience of now and not so much worried about where things might be in 3, 6, 9 months.
McPorter with the bucket for the Braves inside. Gregg with a layup.
High, low, high, low, high, low.
Yeah.
How good is Gonzaga at that action as Alcorn State turns it over? We saw it against Texas. We've seen it here tonight. That high-low is very difficult to guard.
Timeout was 7:47. Timmy inside to Gregg for the lay-in, and the Zags are rolling up by 19. Welcome back. Time for the Arby's trivia question answer. What year was it the last time these two teams played? The correct answer is 1992. In fact, it was the only previous meeting between the teams. Zags winning 77-67 in Birmingham, Alabama. I have a vague recollection of that game. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
I watched that game just to get ready for tonight, actually.
There you go.
See if there's
Any carryover,
yeah,
anything
exactly.
that-
Yeah, you just can't, you've got to look at everything, Tom.
That's that homework we so
That's right.
appreciate.
That's right. That's right.
It's going the extra mile. Nicely done. Alcorn showing a little full court pressure, easily broken by the Zags. Salas off the feed from Timmy.
And what an impact for Salas. You know, hey, you're a young guy. Big time game on Saturday. You don't get the run that I'm sure he wanted. But tonight, 6 points. He's drawn a couple fouls, a steal. He's just been so active.
Third assist for Timmy on that play. That three long from McPorter.
Bolton speed.
Yeah. Timmy open for three. Field goal droughts so far in the first half for Alcorn State. 4 minutes, 50 seconds, 2:33, 1:58, and 2:17. Zags playing some really good D tonight.
So just see how difficult it is just to move around the floor as Greg gets called for the block, not there in time. Tough finish from Montgomery.
Linnell Henry. Looks like he might head to the bench, and heading to the line, number 5, Keandre Montgomery. At 17 points in the loss at Seattle U. Leading scorer in that one for the Braves. Transfer from Mississippi State.
There's some full court pressure here, or kind of showed some full court pressure for Alcorn State.
Strother down low to Holmgren. And Chet fouled by Montgomery. "20 seconds on the shot clock as Emhart gets it into Strother, who's had an outstanding first half. 10 points on 4 for 4 shooting, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Had a good idea, but nice deflection there. Inside and coming up short, Byron Joshua got the ball back. Gets it out to Henry. Montgomery with the open look.
He's got himself in a little rhythm here now. 3 of 3 is Montgomery.
Yep. 8 points. Inside, high-low, Timmy to Holmgren.
But, you know, Tom, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what you do. You know, I know you look to me for the answers, but that combination up front is just impossible to defend.
And Montgomery nearly got another one to go. Salas maintains possession. 4 Braves surrounding him. Good ball rotation. In and out by Strother. Salas inside. He was fouled by Thomas.
I love the effort from Salas tonight. And here it's just a quick flip over the top. I'm 7'2", and I can do that.
Wingspan of 7'6".
Just throw it up. And you know what? It's just impressive because both these guys are getting a lot of attention and are incredible players in their own right. But you can just see how much the two of them like playing with each other and how unselfish they are with the way that they approach the game.
Strother up to 12 points. Nice baseline drive. Approaching 5 minutes remaining in the half. The Zags up 20. Joshua guarded by Nemhard. Thomas tripped up. Now on Salas.
Strother doesn't settle for the jump shot. Able to finish. Tough landing, and there's your buddy to help you out. It's been a good night for Strother. 12 points. I thought he was active against Texas, but just struggled to score. 1 of 5 from the field, rather.
Thomas pull up, nicely done. Justin Thomas, his first 2 points.
How quickly does Gonzaga get the ball up the floor? Make or miss.
Salas on the drive, drew contact, no foul. Thomas again, Holmgren with the block. Timmy lob. Strother can't finish. Batted away. Stolen by Thomas for Alcorn State. Pull up. Holmgren looking ahead. Crossover behind the back. Joshua thought he might be able to steal it away.
Oh, what a pass.
Beauty. 3-ball corner pocket for Strother.
But the pass from Nemhard off of that post look with his left hand across the floor to the deep corner. Impressive.
Strother with 15 on 6 of 8 shooting. High arcing shot. We're getting a flop warning.
I think Montgomery on the release kicked his right leg out trying to bait the official. As we see the pass again, Strother is cooking tonight here in the first half. We'll be back after the break.
Timmy, just one of the many reasons the Zags are off to a big lead in this one against Alcorn State. Gonzaga coverage of the game is brought to you by Primera. High-low execution tonight, Richard, has been outstanding.
Yeah, we've seen that to start the year. Look, this is something Gonzaga's program's done since, quite frankly, Mark Few's been involved. But there you see how difficult it is. There's some confusion between Henry and Agnew, but where do you go defensively? And the ability just to throw it over the top to Holmgren, it's just such a unique thing to have. And we saw that on Saturday. Chris Beard, Texas's coach, talked about how unique and difficult it was to defend, how easily and how often Gonzaga could deliver the ball into the paint from the top of the key. It's very difficult to scheme against that and also apply that double team, which Texas wanted to do against Timmy, but just couldn't figure out a way to do that over the course of the game with that high-low action.
Primera game coverage. Primera, proud partner of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Holmgren. Bolton for the 3. Brashear Bolton with his first bucket tonight. By the way, Julian Strother with 15 points, just 2 shy of his career high of 17, set the season opener against Dixie State.
He's going to score the ball a ton this year. You can see how versatile he is. Shoots the 3, can attack the rim.
Inside, coming up short was Devin Carter. Zags with their biggest lead, 43-19. Hayden Perry is checked in, number 20. Holmgren throws it away, stolen nicely by Bruton. Carter back again on Strother. Perry with the board. Bolton wide open. And over the back. Likely to go against Chet Holmgren. First foul on Chet. Gonzaga with 16 fouls. Alcorn State also 16 fouls. 1:56 remaining in this first half with the Zags up 43-19.
See this pressure again here from Gonzaga.
Henry. That last foul goes to Perry, not Holmgren. The drive coming up short by Joshua the opposite way. Hickman with the left hand.
Hickman and Bolton as well. They just always seem to be in control. Never get sped up. That's a really nice job from Hickman, despite the defenders trying to catch up, just taking his time and making a simple play at the rim.
McWhorter trying to go to work. Ball stripped away by Strother and then thrown back away as Otis Walker comes up with it for the Braves, and Landon Bussey wants a timeout with 56 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here's Strother, just eyes up, kicks it ahead, and despite the oncoming traffic, Hickman with a nice simple finish with the left at the rim, just always in control. He's just so solid, Tom, for a freshman. You watch him play, you just wouldn't, you'd think he'd be, a well-seasoned sophomore or even an upperclassman. He's got a really nice feel.
Former Kentucky commit, played at Eastside Catholic High School in Sammamish, about 20 miles east of Seattle, before wrapping up his prep career at Wasatch Academy down in Utah. Had 11 points in the opener against Dixie State, and then solid game with 7 points, 2 assists against Texas on Saturday.
But no turnovers.
Yeah.
He takes care of the ball. He's got 1 tonight. That's 2 in about 2.5 games this year. You expect your young freshman guards to cough it up a bit more than that.
It's been a tough season as shooting so far for Alcorn State, and that trend continues tonight. Just 8 of 28, 1 of 5 from downtown, 7 of 23 on their 2-point tries. Zags on a 12-2 run. Side, tough shot, but getting it down is Montgomery. 10 points for Montgomery on 4 of 6 shooting. So a nice first half for him.
He's the one guy for Alcorn State that can finish through some of that strength and that length that Gonzaga is applying here in this first half.
Hickman. We got a double foul being called. Like Caden Perry's without his right shoe. Be a bit perplexed. Coach Few
on the roll. Perry's trying to get there, and I'm not sure that really should be anything.
Priority number 1 right now for Caden Perry.
I hate it when this happens. There's like no graceful way to put your shoe back on in front of 6,000 people.
You just hope you do it right the first time.
Yeah, it's like.
About 1 second, if that differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Good opportunity here for the Braves to play for one and not give the Zags another opportunity. Justin Thomas with the ball. Kick out to Walker. Pull up jumper, air ball, and that'll do it. First half comes to an end here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Very impressive first half for Gonzaga, leading 45-21. Julian Strother leading the way with 15 points. Chet Holmgren also in double figures at 11. And those fans at Kennel, they seem pretty happy about it. Some of them still have the cowboy hats left over from the Texas game on Saturday night. Great to have you with us. We've got halftime coverage coming your way. The number 1 team in the nation looking like it here against the Braves from Alcorn State. Gotta love the colors of downtown Spokane. Not the wind today. Blowing pretty hard all across the state of Washington. Good to have you with us. Richard Fox, Tom Glasgow, Zags with a big halftime lead. What were your takeaways from those first 20 minutes?
You know, you sometimes expect a bit of a letdown after a game like Texas. We didn't see any of that. I thought from the jump, this team played with a lot of energy. You see how special they can be defensively. And Julian Strother, you know, struggled against Texas. 25 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 5. But you saw everything he has in his bag here in the first half. Attacking the rim, spotting up. Only 2 of 7 coming in tonight from 3, but gotten it going from behind the arc. And then also with his size and strength, able to finish at the rim. You know, he's really a unique player for GU in that with his size and versatility, you can put him, you know, at that 2-guard spot in the backcourt with Nembhard. He's fine. Or you can go small with either Timmy or Holmgren at the 5 spot and put him at the power forward. He offers them a lot of optionality, versatility offensively.
One thing that I really love about watching this Gonzaga team, the unselfishness. 13 assists in the first half, 4 by Drew Timme, 3 by Chet Holmgren, which speaks to that high-low element of attack.
Well, the high-low, but also, you know, Alcorn State's done a good job tonight of actually being able to put some double-team pressure on both those guys, but they're so good. Yeah. You know, it's difficult. They're so good at everything. You know, you get talking about one thing or the other. I think what the one skill that they have that gets lost more than anything else is their ability to make plays with the ball. They've got a great feel, high IQs, and they can create easy points for their teammates. It's really difficult to double them.
Yeah, well, very much Gonzaga tonight in the first half, right? We've seen it before. We're going to see it again. Terrific stuff, and number 2 is a big part of it. Zags up 45-21. The Gonzaga Halftime Report is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino. Join us at Coeur d'Alene Casino for a mouth-watering steak dinner, pampering spa treatment, or the hottest games around. Coeur d'Alene Casino, a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. Coeur d'Alene Casino, welcome home. And welcome back to Spokane. Number 1 Gonzaga leading Alcorn State 45-21. Richard Fox, Tom Glasgow with you. So we talked Zags offense. Let's talk Zags defense. Just 21 points put on the board by the Braves. Impressive stuff. What'd you like?
And we expected Alcorn State to struggle some, but what I like is the upside, the top end of this defensive side of the floor for GU. This is a group that's got a chance to be awfully special. You saw it on the perimeter, just really active hands, making it difficult. I thought Hunter Salas provided a huge spark off the bench, and 5 block shots combined between Holmgren and Timme. You just see how long they are, how active. They cover so much ground, and I love the effort. You know, Tom, coming into every year, you always wonder what is going to be the identity of a team. I think this group is really going to hang their hat defensively.
Let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino. And it was 9 of 30 shooting in the first half for Alcorn State, 30%. Now, if you take Keandre Montgomery out of the mix, he was 4 for 6. The rest of the team 5 of 24. Yeah, so he found a nice rhythm.
Yeah, he did. And he played at a high level. But what jumps out to me is 3 free throws for Alcorn State. They're averaging 19 coming into tonight. Only 3 here in the first half. Speaking of that defense, Gonzaga's really doing a nice job guarding without fouling.
Zags shooting 64% in the first half. Well, when you get it inside to that guy, you're going to have a high percentage. Stick around. Gonzaga heading back out onto the court for the second half after dominating the first 20 minutes. The nation's number 1 team up by 24. Leading scorers in the first half, Julian Strother, 15 points, just 2 shy of his season and career high. Chet Holmgren in double figures at 11. Drew Timme chipping in with 6. Good class representation there with a freshman, sophomore, and junior. Sorry we couldn't squeeze a senior in for you as well. Great to have you with us on this Monday night. Good to have these fans back in the kennel. Second half action is coming your way. Welcome back to Spokane as we get ready for the second half of action. Number 1 Gonzaga taking on Alcorn State out of Lorman, Mississippi. These young men on the fourth stop of 16 in a row on the road to open the season. Head coach Mark Few and his staff, I think overall would have to be pleased. 8 turnovers in the first half. They only had 7 the entire game against Texas. But here's a great stat, Richard, when you look at through 2.5 games, Gonzaga's guards, 6 combined turnovers.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, just how steady Nembhard, Bolton are, Hickman, and also indicative of how frequently Gonzaga plays through Holmgren and Timmy and the attention that they draw.
Strother equals his career high now with 17, and the nice find by Timmy.
Nice design play there out of halftime, and Strother's so good at those back cuts.
Strother 7 of 9 shooting, 3 of 4 from downtown. That assist for Timmy, by the way, is 5th. That ties a career high. Braves answer with a bucket, 47-23. Holmgren stripped, and heading the other way is Thomas. Just got it beyond the stretch of Holmgren. Didn't give up on it.
Almost got back in that play.
Timmy working baseline against Carter. Oh, nice backdoor cut ball. The easy lay-in. Now 6 assists for Drew Timmy, a career high.
Yeah, Joshua got caught looking at Timmy, and good recognition there from Bolton on the back cut.
Thomas guarded by Bolton. Carter in the low block trying to use his strength on Holmgren. Goes up. He's fouled and will head to the line.
The lower body got tangled there between Holmgren and was that Agnew? Yeah, Agnew inside.
Number 5, Keandre Montgomery, over having a conversation with Landon Bussey as his teammate Devin Carter heads to the line to shoot 2. You mentioned free throw shooting. This really is the offensive strength for this
Alcorn team. Yeah, they shoot 82, 83%, and they do a good job of getting to the line.
Not so much here tonight in the first half, just 3 of 4 in the first half. Substitution. Number 24, Mike Pajude. It's a 6'1" freshman from New Orleans is coming in. It's his first playing time tonight. Full court pressure now from the Braves. Timmy gives it right back to Bolton. Nembhard all the way to the rack. Good decision making by Andrew Nembhard.
And what happens there, Strother's on the wing. Your instinct, what you want to do is dig down and try to help off of that curl action off the ball screen up top from Nembhard, but you can't do that. It opens up that lane for Andrew.
His first 2 points tonight. This is King with the ball, guarded by Strother. He drives in. Oh boy, saw Holmgren coming at him. Had to put a lot of arc on that one. The whistle. And Henry with a foul, technical foul. Did not see what took place.
He thought he got pushed from behind on the offensive rebound. No call from the official. Had something to say on the way back up the floor.
So Bolton with the free throw and has one more coming. Landon Bussey was not happy with that technical by Henry. And Henry will take a seat on the bench.
He's out here just barking at the official. He can't do that.
Yeah. Frustration on that young man's face. We get back to live action. Timmy in the low block. There's the footwork, and there's the predictable 2 points for Drew Timme.
Puts him in the blender down there, and his ability to just pivot. And then there at the end, he forces the contact. He gets the defender off balance, so he's able to finish.
Creating a little space down low. Nice find by Thomas as Peugeot got the basket. Blocking foul.
That's a tough spot to put Holmgren. I know he's awfully good, but he's in it. You know, look at this. It's first off, great play here from Alcorn State, but look how quickly the ball's up the floor.
Yeah. And
your center just filling the lane. Gonzaga's done a really nice job of that the last few years. As Strother gets fouled inside, but Gonzaga's ability to transition, to convert from their defensive end into transition to get into their offense is as good as anybody in the country. You can't relax, and it's not just off of misses. Even off of made baskets, they're looking to bring the ball up the floor as quickly as possible. You just can't take a breath, Tom. They just transition so quickly.
Just the 7th free throw attempted tonight for the Zags. Strother looking for a career high of 18 if he can get this second one to go. Doing a 6'7" sophomore out of Las Vegas.
Scored almost 200 points in high school. Check that, just over 2,200 points. That's a lot, Tom.
Roughly 2,200 more than I had. Pretty close. Pretty close. All right, so Strother with a career high now with the 18 points. 7 of 9 shooting, 3 of 4 from downtown, and 1 of 2 on that trip to the line. Thomas. Oh, nice crossover.
Travel.
But he did travel. You know, he kind of gave Timme a little what Timme gives a lot of people, you know, with some fakes and movement until the travel.
Well, you see glimpses for Alcorn State. They play really hard. You know, they don't have a lot of length in the backcourt, but what they have is a lot of strength, stocky guys who get in, try to get into you. And they've got enough length on the wing and inside. They're going to have a good year.
Oh, nice find by Nemhard. Missed by Timme. You know, we were talking earlier about transfers and how well they fit in here at Gonzaga. Well, there's a ton of transfers on this Alcorn State roster with a second-year head coach. They're still learning each other.
Well, not only that, you can't even sleep in your own bed. But first 16 games of the year, you're on the road as the ball's going to stay with Alcorn State. It's going to take them some time, but once they get to league, they're going to be awfully well seasoned and have figured out a lot.
Zags in control. Good look at Mark Few with his team surrounding him. The Zags are leading Alcorn State 56-29. We know that Drew Timme is the preseason college basketball player of the year. To get that honor, you got to be a well-rounded player. Career high 6 assists.
Oh, he's as good as you're going to find on the offensive end. Tonight, it's been his passing. We saw the scoring against Texas last year, 75 assists for Timme. So you saw glimpses of it. But that team last year was so dominated by that trio in the backcourt with the Yayi, Suggs, and Kispert. It's really his time this year, and you can see Gonzaga can play through him in a variety of ways. He can look to score it. He does a nice job on the glass, and tonight he's just setting his teammates up.
Zags with 15 assists, and Drew with a career-high 6. Chet Holmgren with 3, Andrew Nemhard with 3, and travel on Carter, who said, let me recreate that for you and show you why I didn't travel. It didn't work, but a good attempt on his part. 10th turnover for the Braves. Salas into the game. Owen Hickman. Holmgren trying to establish position down low. Timmy unable to get that entry pass to him. Timmy inside to find from Nembhard his 4th assist. And for Drew Timmy into double figures with 10 points.
Unbelievable. Now he's like 20 of 24 inside the arc to start the year. It's Timmy.
Carter guarded by Timmy. Montgomery with a shot clock at 5. Thomas inside. Nice little pull-up by Justin Thomas, who has 6 points.
He's got really good balance.
Yeah.
Getting into his jump shot. So I mean, look at this. Where do you bring the double? He misses it.
Yeah.
But you've got enough shooting around him that it's just difficult. It's unorthodox defensively to have to double a guy off that high-low.
McWhorter going to work on Holmgren. Chet with a rebound. Nembhard wide open for the 3-ball. Andrew Nembhard up to 5 points, and the Zags lead by 30 now. 61-31. We get a timeout. 14:06 remaining here in the second half. Chet Holmgren, he gets another assist. Nembhard with a 3-ball. Welcome back. Richard Fox, Tom Glasgow with you here at the Kennel. #1 Gonzaga leading Alcorn State 61-31. And you look at some of the preseason honors. Wooden Award watch list. 3 Zags on it. Timmy, Nembhard, and Holmgren. Not sure how many teams in the country have 3 players on that watch list. Can't be a long list.
Well, I mean, it's just an embarrassment of riches if you're Mark Few and Gonzaga. You're not going to apologize by any stretch of imagination, but it is quite remarkable the talent that they've been able to accumulate here year in and year out. It's just it's a little different than the good old days back in the mid-2000s, late 90s.
McWhorter, nice pull-up shot from the foul line. Lost his heel of his shoe. Got that back on. Now getting back on defense. McWhorter up ahead. Thomas lays it in.
Thomas now 4 of 8, 8 points. He's done a good job here in the second half. Was 1 of 5 in the first 20 minutes.
Watson with the penetration, the kick to Nembhard for 3.
Watson had 7 assists against Dixie State. And you know, he's kind of one of those guys. This is what I think Gonzaga thought he'd be out of high school, just a kind of a utility player. He's good at a variety of things. Defensively is probably where he excels the most, but he's got a good feel. And right there you saw that simple penetration along the right side of the floor. Kicks it out to Nembhard for the easy 3-point look.
Foul on Salas, his second. Two team fouls on the Zags, 3 on the Braves. Hickman defending Thomas. Darius Agnew, #4, with the screen. Holmgren's rebound knocked away by Thomas. Tristan Thomas, very active player, a transfer from Morehead State. Substitutions for the Braves. Otis Walker checking in. Darius Agnew out. Thomas out. Hickman gets it back. Watson will shake and bake. Holmgren fights for it, strips it away. And another opportunity for the Zags. Nice find to Nemhard. Back to Holmgren. Salas, offensive rebound. And fouled inside. So 2 offensive boards on that possession for Gonzaga.
And Salas just doing a little bit of everything tonight. I have loved his energy. He competes on the glass. We've seen he's just flying around on both ends of the floor. He's drawn now 4 fouls against Alcorn State.
Watson inside. Goes up strong. Nicely done. Anton Watson, his first 2 points.
You said it, Tom. Strength. Went up strong, gathered himself, then went up through the contact. Nice finish.
Walker. Byron Joshua now with it. Bruton pull up on the baseline, no good. Holmgren lost it going in, ball batted away, and here come the Braves in transition. 3-on-1 break. Lay in good. And Bruton with the 2 points. Good transition that time off the steal for Alcorn State. Anton Watson going inside. Again, the power move. Well done, but the Braves with a response defensively. Ball batted away from Holmgren. And they get the lay-in in transition. The Zags still with the big lead, 11:29 left. Plenty to smile about in the kennel with top-rated Gonzaga, up 29 on Alcorn State. We take a look at the AP Top 10 for this week. The Zags, of course, remain at number 1. Oh, UCLA, look at the Bruins, number 2. And of course, coming up, UCLA and Gonzaga down in Vegas on the 23rd. But after UCLA, Kansas, Michigan, Villanova, losing at UCLA on Friday, Purdue, Duke, Texas, Baylor, and Illinois rounding out top 10. Anything grab your attention there?
All I'm thinking about is I get to go to Vegas and watch that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. How about my boys, Eddie and JD, are going with me?
Nice.
And we're going to have a good time.
Some good competition. Also a matchup with Duke for Gonzaga in that contest. Salas with that basket. Zags up 31. Joshua with a step back. Ben Gregg in the game had the ball batted away. Zags ball. Gonzaga tonight shooting 64%. Salas inside again, got it to go. The assist to Strother.
And Marshall with a great contest. Salas with the touch.
Yeah, nice.
Hierarchy little floater there at the front of the rim.
Salas with 10. Some good defense right there on Montgomery, or excuse me, on Bruton. Inside the dish, and last touched by one of the Braves. So it'll be Gonzaga ball with Darius Marshall, also known as Crunchy, the nickname. I like that. Unable to hold on to it.
Really one of the rare mistakes, though. Alcorn State here in the second half, 7 of 12. It's still been difficult for them to get quality looks. I don't think it's a function of Gonzaga's defense necessarily letting down, but they've done a nice job of being patient and making some tough shots. As we got a goaltend here off the back cut from Hickman. Walker gets the ball off the backboard.
Hickman with 4 points as the Zags extend their game-high lead up to 35.
It almost looks like a zone there from Alcorn State. Too far up the floor. I get what you're trying to do. Pressure Gonzaga a bit further out on the floor.
Three-point shot, and it is good by Bruton. Rare three for Alcorn State, just their second of the game on 6 attempts.
I believe that first three-pointer for Bruton this year.
Watson with a nice find inside to Salas. He's fouled. And free throws coming up for Hunter Salas.
5th foul drawn here tonight for Salas. That's a great indicator to see who's being active. He's just gotten him, he's put his nose on the ball multiple times and just been active on both ends. I think it's just a great response from a kid who only 4 minutes against Texas. The game just didn't work out on Saturday night. You could come out here tonight pouting or frustrated. He's come out here and put in some work.
Taking advantage of the opportunity, looking for his 11th point, the first ever 5-star recruit out of Nebraska. Not known as a recruiting hotbed.
That's still pretty cool, though, right?
Oh, completely.
I mean, forever, you're the first guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There will never be another first. Otis Walker out of Bruton. Contact with Greg. It'll be Braves ball. Darius Agnew, number 4, returning. Hickman nearly gets the steal. Bruton behind the back. Line inside to Agnew. Nice move by Darius Agnew, but could not finish.
Yeah, did everything but finish the bucket. Good pump fake, got Watson off his feet.
Watson with the defender falling down. Foul on Strother. Thirteenth foul on Gonzaga. Montgomery, number 5, is checked in for Alcorn State. This is Bruton. Going to Montgomery. Bruton, spin move, nicely done. Salas tried to get the block, but Bruton too quick to the iron. 7 points for Bruton. Watson double teamed briefly. Gregg inside. Nice jump hook by Ben Gregg.
Nice confidence. Just stepped right into that hook over the shoulder. Didn't play against Texas, but we saw glimpses early against Dixie State. He's going to be a very good player for GU in time. His skill, he's just too skilled offensively, particularly with a 3-point shot.
Zags have assisted on 21 of their last 27 field goals. Skip pass over to Montgomery. He hits for 3. Third 3 ball tonight for Alcorn State.
Montgomery now 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field. Really the only player for Alcorn State since the beginning that's looked comfortable offensively as Gregg misses the bunny inside.
Bruton goes baseline, tries the reverse. Zags with a man advantage, 5v4. Good ball rotation. Rebound inside, off the Hickman miss. Goes to Alcorn State. Inside, nice job taking it to the rack by Byron Joshua.
First bucket of the night for Joshua. But a strong take there, going right at Salas's chest to finish off the glass.
Inside Gregg, assists Strother.
Well, great delivery to that right hand for Gregg. Gregg, all he has to do is drop step and finish. Good offense there
And Greg 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Watson. Bruton. Watson comes up with it. Salas. And one. Hunter Salas with a finish, and he'll head to the line. Salas up to 13 points. Nice hustle by both those players, but Watson got the ball, and Salas got the finish. Tonight's Floss of the Game is brought to you by Delta Dental. We're on a mission to help make Washington State 100% cavity-free. To learn more, visit cavityfreewa.com. Brought to you by Delta Dental of Washington, proud supporters of Healthy Smiles and your Gonzaga Bulldogs. I've attempted the floss.
How'd that go for you?
Did not go well.
Okay.
So I'm sticking with the...
Did you get some negative feedback, or was it just...
self-reviewed negatively.
Okay.
Yeah, it was me and Amir, and it was a bad experience.
Being self-aware is actually a pretty important character trait. So I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I mean,
but there's hope, I think.
Oh, okay.
I gave it one shot. I think I need to give it a few more
Sometimes
tries.
just once is enough.
That's a good point. Salas completes the three-point play up to 14 points. Julian Strother leading Gonzaga tonight with a career-high 18. Montgomery with 13 to lead Alcorn State. Preston Thomas saw the big on him, so he decided to penetrate. Kick out. Joshua, no good. Caden Perry was checked in with a rebound. Hickman, nice find inside to Gray. Nolan Hickman with his third assist. Ben Gregg with 6 points on, 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting. And we had a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Landon Bussey, and hired in April of 2020. Previously an assistant at Prairie View A&M for 6 seasons. Member of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And he's not happy with his ball club. Opened the season last week down in Pullman with a loss to Washington State, then came west of the Cascades, fell to Seattle U, and then on Saturday evening lost at Portland 62-58.
Well, they've been competitive. You know, Washington State got away from them late in that game, lost by 3 at Seattle U, 4 at Portland, and they've really been a second-half team. And that's indicative in my mind, Tom, of a team that's trying to bring a lot of guys together. They're plus 61 in their 3 games up to this point in the second half. You can see after some adjustments at halftime, this group's got the potential to be awfully tough.
Whoa, the flush. Dontrell McWhorter sending a message.
Wow.
Big time hops.
That does not happen to Caden Perry very often. Goes for the initial block a little late. Great finish over the top. You're going to get dunked on from time to time.
It happens. McWhorter now looking to complete the three-point play. And do it. Ball knocked away from Gregg. It'll be Gonzaga ball. Coming out of that timeout, Keandre Montgomery standing in front of us to inbound, kind of looked at me with a look like, yeah, coach just let us have it. So that's a nice response coming out of that timeout to get that dunk. I'm sure Coach Bussey will want more than that, though, for the remaining.
Well, I think what he wants
5-11 of this game.
Let's start a little earlier in the game. We've been great in the second half. We've got to come out of the locker room with the same focus, same execution. Give ourselves a chance to win these games.
Scoring this half, Gonzaga 37, Alcorn 28. There's Montgomery handing it off to Thomas. Inside of 5 minutes remaining. Nice crossover by Thomas, who lays it in. 10 points now for Thomas. 5 of 10 shooting for him.
An offensive foul inside here for Perry, just too aggressive, trying to dislodge the defender on that high-low. You see Thomas just, Hickman gets caught a bit flat-footed. There's no Holmgren at the rim, so relatively easy finish for him. It's been a nice second half here for Thomas. 10 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 assists, and he's got 3 steals to go along with that.
Last foul on Caden Perry is 4th. Thomas, this time high arcing pull-up, influenced by the length of Ben Gregg. Salas for 2. And it'll be Alcorn ball. Montgomery was sandwiched there. Martinez Arlauskas is checked in for Gonzaga, number 5. Quarter held by Perry, and I think that'll be the end of his night with foul number 5.
In 5 minutes for Perry, just a little bad luck. But you know, I'd much rather dial a kid back.
Yes.
And Perry's effort is off the charts. I think a lot of those mistakes, those fouls are mistakes, fouls for just playing a bit too hard, a little bit too overeager. That patience, that awareness is going to come.
Greg had it for a moment inside McQuarter with another deuce.
McQuarter's put a nice little stretch here.
Transfer
from Ryder.
Matthew Lang is checked in. Greg inside out of the double team. Salas blocked by McQuarter. So he's having himself a nice stretch here in the second half. Number 1 for the Braves of Alcorn State. Number 1 Gonzaga up 29 on Alcorn State. Time for the Gonzaga Hoops play of the game, brought to you by Multi-Care Health System. Love the nice backdoor cut.
That's a design play there. Bolton cuts through. Strother follows him to the rim. Strother's really good at that. We've seen it now 2 or 3 times to start the year, and Timmy just really impressive tonight. He doesn't have to score it to beat you.
Yeah.
He can do it any way you want him to do it on the offensive end.
Career high 6 assists tonight for Drew Timmy. To stay in the game, Multi-Care's team of doctors, nurses, and specialists partner with you all season long. That was your Gonzaga Hoops play of the game, brought to you by Multi-Care Health Systems. All right, Hickman to inbound. 3:33 left, and that was too easy from an Alcorn State point of view, but well executed. If you're a fan of the Zags, nicely done right there.
Salas 16 now.
6 of 8 shooting, 4 of 5 at the line. Nice shot inside by Bruton. Alcorn finding some success in the paint. And the steal here. Laying no good by McQuarter. Everybody down on the deck. Salas nearly traveled. Got it over to Hickman.
And, you know, these minutes typically get forgotten over the course of a season or the course of a player's career, but these are important minutes for these young guys.
Yeah. Yep. Salas.
And that's the part of his game that still needs to come, is that jump shot, that three-point shot. But it'll get there.
Thomas guarded by Hickman. Montgomery from way downtown. Hickman into front court. Will Graves, Joe Few, hoping to check in here in short order. Greg from beyond the arc, off target. Inside of 2 minutes remaining here at the kennel. King gets his own rebound, uses the body against Greg, creates a little space for himself.
Kid,
nicely done. Getting a full timeout, I believe. With the Zags leading 84-57, 1:45 left to play. Terrific night tonight, Richard, for Julian Strother, doing most of his damage in the first half on his way to a career-high 18 points.
And just efficient. And you know what was impressive tonight, in my view anyway, was just you got to see how versatile he is on the offensive end. He's a guy that I think as we move forward through the year, Tom, you're going to be able to book it. You're going to know he's going to give you that 12 to 17 point kind of production every night.
Bellarmine in the kennel on Friday to take on the Zags. And then the trip to Vegas that Richard is really looking forward to.
That's right.
You'll include some basketball as part of that trip, I assume. You get a little hoops in.
I'll definitely watch some basketball, yeah.
Got your Wayne Newton tickets. Central Michigan followed by UCLA and Duke. What are your thoughts on those back-to-back games?
I just wonder if it was how do we give ourselves the hardest possible week of basketball? Let's play a solid Central Michigan team, UCLA, Duke, and let's sandwich Thanksgiving, the holiday, right in between the two. Right. But this is part of the DNA for this program, and quite frankly, Mark Few is we're going to play people. And if we've got to go play them, we're going to go do that. And that's become a huge appeal for a lot of recruits.
Will Graves is checked in. Looks like we have a foul in backcourt. Young man by the name of Joe Few has also checked in. There's his dad. Looking on. 1:44 left in this contest. There's a good look at Joe.
You got to call him coach in practice, right?
What's that?
Joe's got to call Mark coach in practice, right? He can't say.
I would guess. Or Mark? No, he doesn't call him Mark.
That's too weird. Yeah, it's got to be. You got to try to have that separation.
Maybe the bigger question is, what does Mark call him?
I'm sure lots of different things.
Huh?
Depending on the day.
The kid.
What a cool thing, though, for Coach Few and the Few family. AJ's on the bench as one of their managers, so it's become a family affair here at Gonzaga in a new way.
Matthew Lang, with a favorite with a student body. Inside Few, passed up a lay-in attempt, kicked it out for three. Graves with that attempt.
You got to shoot that if you're Joe.
Got to give the fans what they want. McCorder inside. Ball batted away. 1 minute left. Bruton guarded by Few. Step back. Rebound by Lang. Hickman. No one knows what the crowd wants to. He's trying to find the best option. Few with a floater. Coming up just a bit short. Montgomery. He heads the other way and trips on his way through the paint. Montgomery's had a nice ball game tonight. 13 points, 5 of 8 shooting. 3 rebounds as well. With the rebound, Hickman into front court. No need to take a shot as the clock winds down toward a third victory on the season for Gonzaga. Perfect 3-0. Alcorn State is going to drop to 0-4. Came in here, played hard, overmatched. Certainly. But some good takeaways tonight for Gonzaga as you see Coach Few and Coach Bussey exchange greetings.
Well, look, a lot of respect to Alcorn State. They put in work in the second half. Would have been pretty easy to nail it in. But for Gonzaga, I thought it was relatively steady 40 minutes. I thought the approach was very good. But defensively, look, this is an elite offensive team. You're just going to be elite with the personnel that they have. But it's that defensive end of the floor. How good can they be? And I think we've seen it now. The first 2 games of the year, their upside on that end of the floor is elite. Yeah. And if they can keep that effort going, continue to get better, I think that's where they're going to be come March.
Youngest team Mark Few's had in what, 10 years? They are only going to get better. And they were pretty darn good tonight, winning 84-57. 54 straight wins here in the kennel for the Zags. We got some more post-game coverage coming your way. Stick around. Number 1 Gonzaga takes its record of 3-0, defeating Alcorn State 84-57 here in the kennel. Great to have you with us, Richard Fox and Tom Glasgow. A lot of outstanding performances from the Zags. I thought one young man kind of stood out, especially with the first half he had, and Julian Strother.
Look, the scoring from the perimeter, I don't think they're going to have anybody as consistent as what Julian can bring. And I thought it was a great response after a game against Texas where he had an impact but didn't shoot the ball particularly well. I thought it was a great response tonight. So
it's time to announce tonight's player of the game, presented by A to Z Rental. I think we gave you a little bit of a hint as to who it is. Julian Strother, good enough to join us courtside. And Julian, congratulations on a new season and career high. 18 points, 15 of those coming in the first half. Talk about the team's mindset coming into this game, Julian, after all the emotion, all the anticipation with that matchup against then number 5 Texas on Saturday.
We just had to come out with a mature mindset, with a big game like that. We're all fired up and, come out here on a Monday night and create our own energy, be mature enough to attack every game like it's a bigger one. So, we got to come out here and get another win.
Julian, I've heard you speak on last year and getting the opportunity to learn from guys like Kispert, Yayi, but now this is your year. You've got a real opportunity. What was your mindset during the offseason leading up to this year as to what kind of player you wanted to be, and how's that coming together to start the season for you?
The coaches really harped on me all offseason, that my role would be a little bit bigger this season, and just to work on what I could work on, what I could really bring to this team, whether it was shooting, cutting, being the leader. I'm one of the older guys on the team now, which is crazy to say. But, just doing what they ask, and being a great teammate for real, first and foremost. So just working on all that.
So, Julie, you've got a lot of big names. This team's got a big profile. When I ask you, what's the identity of this team, what comes to mind? Is it just that how potent you are offensively, or maybe something, some of the defensive stuff that we've seen you guys do now over the first 3 games? What is the identity of this group this early in the year?
The identity of this team is really just to be us. We know who we are, as Gonzaga basketball. Whether it's just being a great team, trusting each other at all times, offensively, defensively, just believing in each other, and that's just us. Just being us is always what we harp on.
Julian, thanks for your time. We appreciate the performance tonight. Fun to watch. Congrats to you and your team on improving to 3-0.
Thank you for having me.
Julian Strother, good enough to join us. And, of course, he has business to deal with before the team gets to Vegas, but that'll be a homecoming for him. So something to look forward to. And here are the leaders tonight. 4 on the floor leading the way for the Zags. Julian with 18 points, 7 of 9 shooting, 3 of 4 from downtown. Hunter Salas with 16. Nicely done for Hunter. Chet Holmgren, 11 points. Drew Timme with 10. What did you think of that balance tonight?
I think we're going to get used to that.
And by the way, I apologize for interrupting. We also had a career high for Mr. Salas tonight with his 16 points. So 2 career highs.
Yeah, and I thought Salas was really good tonight. He drew 6 fouls against Alcorn State. I just thought his activity level, if he can bring that consistently, that's a really nice piece to bring off the bench. But you know, to your point about just the balance,
yeah.
That's what this team. That's what this team is. You know, I think against Texas, Timmy had one of those nights. I'm not sure that's what we're going to see on a regular basis. I think this is a team that can spread the ball around the floor. They've got that in Timmy. They've got that a bit in Holmgren this early in the year. A guy can go get his on his own. That's just not the way this team has played, not only this year, but for a long time. It's very much 5 guys out there on the floor playing together, and I thought you saw that tonight. Just the balance is very difficult to stop. You don't necessarily always know where it's going to come from. That's hard to game plan against.
Well, look, you've got a club, so it's Timmy on Saturday. It's Strother and Salas
yeah.
tonight, and Timmy has a career high in assists with 6. It's Gonzaga basketball in that it always seems to be a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, it really is. And the thing about it, as a staff, you want to know who you can count on. So every game, what are we going to get from Julian? What are we going to get from Timmy? That's a long list of guys that you know what you're going to get every night. That's pretty rare at this level, and I think that's a big advantage for GU. They're going to be consistent every time they step on the floor.
Oh, a headache for opposing coaches to try to figure out, how do we defend this team? I don't know if anybody will have that answer. Zags get it done tonight. Bellarmine coming up next, right here on Friday in the Kennel. Have a great night, everyone.